Another day, another story. 10. Speculations that could come true on Season 4. Joe might not find Marianne in Paris. At the end of Season 3, Joe, Penn Badgley, winds up in Paris looking for Marianne, Tati Gabrielle. Though he's there to find her and presumably attempt to win her over after everything, love, Victoria Pedretti, told her, it's unlikely that he'll succeed. She might not actually be in Paris since it could be tricky for her to move there with a child on a whim. Joe's guess is based on a single conversation he had with her. Even if Marianne is actually in France, there's no clear way for Joe to track her down. Joe will probably obsess over someone new instead. Given Joe's history, it seems all but guaranteed that he'll obsess over someone different on Season 4. Even if he somehow did find Marianne, chances are that he would soon be following someone else. We might meet Joe's half-brother. Flashbacks on Season 3 revealed that a younger Joe found his mother after getting placed in a group home. She is shown taking care of another boy by then, who is presumably Joe's half-brother that she has with a different man. Joe's staged death becomes a huge piece of news at the end of the season, and it's possible that his sibling will hear about it. He could try to find out the truth. The Dark Face of Love movie could be made. With Love's murder-suicide dominating the news at the end of Season 3, Joe mentions that she is now even more famous than Beck, Elizabeth Lale, was. The newfound attention to the Quinn family could lead to people discovering Forty and his work, including the film adaptation of Beck's book, The Dark Face of Love, that he never had the chance to make. Season 4 could show someone trying to produce this, drawing even more curiosity to Love's and Beck's deaths. Ellie could come forward about Delilah's death. Ellie, Jenna Ortega, knows that Love and Joe were responsible for Delilah's, Carmela Zumbardo, death. But the teen went into hiding at the end of Season 2. If she learns both Quinn Goldbergs are dead, she may make an appearance on Season 4 to make their involvement in her sister's murder known. Joe was still sending Ellie money on Season 3, but he likely has to stop now that he's faked his death. Joe might stalk Henry using social media. Now that Joe is in Paris and Henry is back in California with Dante, Ben Mel, and Lansing, Noel Arthur, the only way Joe can keep tabs on his son is through the social media pages of Madre Linda residents. Season 3 already proved that everyone in the neighborhood had an active online presence with public profiles. Joe could easily follow his former neighbors to check for updates about Henry without giving away he's still alive. Dottie could try to track down Joe. The Quinn family used private investigators throughout the second and third seasons. Though Dottie, Saffron Burrows, did warn Joe that Love murdered James, Daniel Durant, she may not believe that Joe was killed. She may choose to send a professional to look for him. Dr. Nicky could go public with what he knows about Joe. There's no reason for authorities to look for Joe after he faked his own death. Even if Joe is identified from the jar of urine left at Peach's, Shane Mitchell, house on Season 1. But Dr. Nicky, John Stamos, knows that Joe is capable of murder and manipulating the police since he was framed by him for Beck's death. If Dr. Nicky publicly shared what he knew, Joe's supposed death may be further examined on Season 4. Joe may be stalked. So far, Joe has not had to deal with being the victim of stalking. If Season 4 shows how Joe would handle this, he may be followed by someone from his past. They could be trying to track him down and find out if he's really dead. Joe could finally be caught. Joe has committed crimes that involved law enforcement throughout every season. Without fail, he has managed to avoid getting charged with any of the offenses, but this could change on Season 4. Brought to you by Top Trends Toronto. Please subscribe to get notified on our latest videos on YouTube.